What's up guys, welcome back to the next video on learning Java. My name is QDS Dani and you guys watching my channel Croywood. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about access modifiers. So as you can see here, access levels, our access modifier for the classes and for the class members. Alright, so as you guys know, so far we have been using public class as all of us we noted that we have since the beginning we are using something called public in front of our class. So if you all look at here, because as soon as we create a class we can see public here. So you can see the public class access. That's just a very simple class. You can see here there is a public access modifier. There is access modifier and there is a class, and this there is a name that we provide. You can put an access, you can put XYZ, you can put a ABC, you can put anything you guys like, as long as you guys don't put a number. Then the next one we're going to see is private with the class. You guys going to see is private, our class, our private, for example, private string, or you guys going to see private string, something like this. So this private is also another form of access levels or access modifiers. Then the next one is going to be see all this protected. So we have a public, say for example class, our public method, our we have a private class or private method, and we have a protected. So why all of these are here? Why all of them? Why do we care about these ones? And the last here we have a default and it says the package level access. All right. So as I said, why all of them is important? All of them is important because of one thing: to grant access between the classes. So here we have public. And what's the public? When using public keyword with the classes or with the method, access is from anywhere inside your package, is regardless of you guys have 100 package or you guys have one package, it doesn't matter. But as long as you guys gonna put public, it means it's a public, just like a social media or social networking sites. If your post or your videos, whatever you decide to put a public, anyone can see it, anyone have access. But if you guys are gonna private, no one will be able to see it. And the next one in the line, as we said that here, the next one here is a private, the number 2. And when using private keyword, access is only from the body of the declaring class, and that's it. So when you put a class, only the private, say for example if you have a class and if you put a private, your class private, so only within the class say members, our class attributes, whatever you put inside the class have access. So there is a boundary. So for example, if you put a private class in a building, this building is private. Even say for example now we put a public void, for example kitchen. So we have a private class building. So that's our, if you guys note here, our class is a private. So what do you guys think that even though we have a public void kitchen, can anyone comes and access the kitchen? Because our kitchen is a public. So but because the building is private, no one can have access to this kitchen, because even if this kitchen is a public, but this kitchen is a public only for this class, whatever is inside the class, inside this building. Say for example if it's a building is a Pentagon, if this building is as private as a say US military or a very secret place, or say for example Chinese military building, or say for example any country's military building, do you guys think you guys can go to their kitchen? It's impossible, because the public is the building is private. You cannot access the building. But if the public is for example if it's library, if the class is for example library, our is a museum, our restaurant, anyone can have say can go to the kitchen, or can use a kitchen, or is say for example any public venue, you by all means you guys can go and use kitchen, no problem. So that's a definition of public and private. What about protected? So when using protected keyword, accesses are from the same package. Say for example, this is our package from descendants of the class, even if the descendants are in different packages. So I put an S here. So for example, if you have we do polymorphism, we haven't get to the polymorphism yet. If we have say for example class dead, our class parent, we have a super class and there is another class which derived from this class child. Even if the child is say for example in another package, then still can have access even if it's protected. So when using protected keyword, access is from the same package or from the descendants of the class, even if the descendants are in different package. Say for example, a parent have a child, for example, and the child lives in one country. A child grows up, goes to university, whatever, completes education and goes to the say another country. But this child is still have access to the parent. For example, it still can call parents or still can visit parent, because even if this child is somewhere else in another country, say if we pretend another country is another package, so this is called protected. What about what is default package level access if you do not use any of the above? Say for example, if you can just put here, just put a class, for example building. You guys can do so by all means. So if I remove this public, I'm not going to be getting any error. Why? Because I don't have to put it this one. Is the reason you guys gonna put it to complete your code, so your code is gonna be strong. Otherwise, if you don't like it or don't feel like it, you guys cannot put it. So this is called access modifiers. So if you do not use any of the above access modifier for your class, then it has a package level access. A class with a package level access can be accessed from the same package. Say for example, we have a class building, so now this class building can access any of this any of our classes here. So it can access any, say for example main, our social, our class social web that we have done previously. So now our class building can access any of the whatever, as long as it's within the same package, because we haven't put anything in here. But if you guys want your class to access anything inside your program application from another packages, make sure you guys use a public. So when you use public, it means it's public for every packages. In Java, you guys can create many packages. You don't have to create only one package. In one application, you guys might use for example 20 packages, and all of these packages doing different functions or different have different roles in your application. So a class member belongs to the class defining the member. A class member is accessible based on these rules only if the class itself is accessible, as we said in a private building. So if you say for example, if it's a pentagon, you guys cannot use a kitchen, or you guys cannot use any office, even if that office is a public, but it's a public for the for that private building. It's not for everyone. So if the, in other words, if the class is inaccessible, its members are inaccessible irrespective of the access level of the members. So since Java 8, a public class was always accessible to all parts of the application, and this one was changed in Java 9 with the introduction of the module system. So a public class now in Java, since Java 9, a public class is not really public to everyone. So a public class defined in a module may fall into, say for example, there are three categories. Public only within the defined module, so that's the first. The second one is a public only to specific module, and public to everyone. So if a class, for example, if a class is defined public in a module, say for example, if you have a module and we have a class which is a public, but the module does not export the package that contains the class is public only within the same module. No other modules can access the class. In this case, the public members of the public class are accessible anywhere in the module that contains the class, and nowhere else. Alright, so now we're gonna create, say for example, in the source we have com.cryword, because this cryword inside the com package Now we're gonna create say for example another package. For example, now you guys gonna go on the new, and we're gonna come here in the package. Say for example, instead of com, we put something else, say for example XYZ. So for example, I'm gonna create another package, say for example other dot say for example I want to put it dot another, for example, just example. So now I have in my source I have a com.cryowood, which is my first package, and now I'm going to create another one is other dot another. So I'm going to look at here, I'm going to put another say for example package here, but my first package, which this class access is here in here in the cryowood, and the second one is the second one which I just created is this package is other dot another. So for example, now inside here I'm going to create a class. For example, now my class is going to be another class, say for example account, for example account, which is Java access. So now I have a package which is other dot another package here. Okay, so inside here we're gonna put a public static void main, and we have array of string of args. Okay, so now we're gonna put something. For example, we put a void, and we put a greeting. Okay, now I have a method, I have a void greeting. So for example, I'm gonna put a system dot out dot println. I'm gonna put a hi greeting from class account. Okay, so now I want to access this my method greeting, whether if I can come and access the public class inside here from this package in another package. Now I have a class access, so now I'm going to ready my class access here, so see if I can come and access this one here. So I have another module which is other dot another, and I will put account. So now we're gonna come here and we put a import. We have to import our package. So what we're gonna import, we're gonna put a other dot another. So we put a other another dot, and Java is gonna help us with the account. Alright, so now we have the reason you guys gonna see gray because we haven't used it yet. So if you guys want to use it, you guys can do so with here. So you can come and instantiate your class. We put a public, and we put a static, and we put a void main, and there is a okay. So I'm gonna put a array of strings of args, and I'm gonna come and say for example here what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna instantiate my class account. So how I'm gonna instantiate class account, so I'm gonna put a account if AC is equal to new account. Okay, so now my class has been instantiated. If you guys, for example, if you don't put your account here, if you don't put it and if you use it, then you guys gonna get an error. So cannot resolve symbol account, because now Java's confused. What do you guys mean by this account? Why you guys even put this account here? So Java was very confused, but because you guys put it here, and you guys gonna see here is no longer it's a gray, because we have used it. If you guys don't use it, Java's got lots of problem with you guys. Alright, so now if we, for example, we only have one method here, but we put a greeting, but for example we don't put a public at the moment. What happens if you guys have a class which is account, and you have a method. You guys didn't put it here. We're supposed to put a public here, but let's see. We pretend if we try to access, we put a AC dot and we put a greetings. All right, and look, are you guys looking here? The Java is very furious. So if we have an error, if we put it here, access Java, and we put a Java 2 problems, and we put a greeting is not public in another another account, cannot be accessed from outside package. It means that's what we said here. That's what we said. If you do not use any of the above, so access modifier for your class, then maybe package level access. For example, now if you remove, for example, public from this guy here, public class, then you guys have lots of other problem. So now we have removed the class, and now our problem has been increased. Why our problem has been increased? Because now even the account have a problem. Why this account have a problem? Because as we said here, if you do not use any of the above, access modifier, public, private, or protected, then modifier of your class, then it has a package level access. So this class account have a package level, so it's not going to go in this package now. In order to solve this one, you guys need to put a public. So we solved the first problem, and here we put a public here. So we solved the second problem. That's how we solve the problem. And you guys look here, there is a green tick. It means Java's happy, and we are happy, and everyone's happy ever after. So if I try to save, even if I try to run this access, I have no problem. Why I have no problem? Because everything is public. So if I run this access, now I'm gonna see alright, so now we're gonna see here, hi, greeting from the class account. Even though I have run access, my access is here com.crywood, and I'm trying to access this class account. Okay, so now we're gonna see the second one. So now what happens if you put a private, say we make our class which is account, we put a private here. So we put a private. Okay, so now we have a private, and we start getting a problem. So if we put this one, if we click this guy here, we're gonna see here modifier private not allowed here. Why not allowed here? Because here we are using this one somewhere else. We are using this private in here. So if we put a public class, so if we try to, for example, run, you're going to get lots of problem, because private class account is not allowed. Is because now this building is a private. For example, if you put a private, and if you come your access in here, you guys cannot access this one, because now this class is within itself. This class is going to be here, only accessible through all this, say for example, as we said, kitchen. Alright, so now if I come here and make another method, I'm going to put a public, say we can put a void, and we put a lobby, means lobby of the building, and we can copy this guy here. We can try to display some sort of message, and we're going to put it here, hi, greeting from the lobby of account. For example, we pretend the account is a building. Okay, from the account, and package is another. So we are here in this now method, public void lobby, and this belongs to this class private. This class private, now anything here have access, but not in this package, because this package is now we're trying to access something which is a very private to this class. it means that if you guys try, then Java is going to be extremely furious with you, because Java says that you guys are not allowed to put a private. If you guys want to use this one, say somewhere else, say for example, if you put this one, if you try account, then here, then straight away we guys going to get error. Because why we getting error? Because this class is a private, the account is a private. Look in here, the account is private. So if you put a account AC equal to new account, then Java is going to be furious. Then Java is going to be very, very furious. Okay, so how about if we change this account to protected? For example, we put a protected, it still have a problem. Why? We have a two related problem. It says change access modifier. So now we have if we have guys having this problem, it means that you guys going to put it protected. So now access here, new account, because you guys getting red. Now you have three problems. What is the three problems here? Other account has protected access in another. Okay, that's have protected, and protected. We are using three here, that all of them is protected, because we are trying to instantiate a protected class. You are not allowed to instantiate protected class in another package. You can only put it in here in this package. You cannot put here, say another in Coriowood. You cannot put it. So if you guys are planning to use classes in say another packages, you always go public. So now even if in all your methods is public, because your class is a private, protected and private, you are not allowed to use it in another package, say this package. So if you guys try to instantiate, you guys got lots of other problems. You cannot even instantiate this one. You cannot instantiate a protected class. So here our class account here is a protected, you cannot instantiate that one. Why we cannot instantiate? Because here we can put a protected. Okay, so we're going to change this one, and we're going to put a public. Now we're going to put our public class, but we're going to put this one as a private. So to see what happens if you put a private here. As I said, even now this class is a say account is a public, because it's just like a museum, but museums are trying to say, for example, instead of greetings, we're gonna put a kitchen, for example, because you can go to a museum, but you cannot use the kitchen of the museum, because that's for the cooks, and that's for waitresses. So now we're gonna go class, for example, accountant, our museum, whatever, but we cannot access their private, say for example, kitchen here, because kitchen is reserved for cooks, not for general public. So if you guys try come here and put a account AC new account, and if you put a AC dot, then you can only go to the lobby, and you're gonna see here you can only go to the lobby, because this lobby is a public, but you cannot use this kitchen. Why you cannot use kitchen? Because that's private. So if you put AC dot for example kitchen, then Java is going to be very, very furious. Look at here, Java is furious. Why Java is furious? Because we are not allowed to go in the kitchen. Look at here, in this kitchen we are not allowed to go from kitchen, for example, from account kitchen. Okay, so now if you save, you're not allowed to go here, but lobby is pretty much fine, because lobby is a public. Lobby is a public, and there's no problem. I'm gonna fix up the mistake, typo. Okay, so now here we are quite okay with the one problem here. So if you try to run, you're not going to get anywhere, because now Java is pretty much furious. So kitchen has a private access in another account. It means that, sorry mate, you cannot use this one, because I'm not gonna process this one, because you guys are trying to access kitchen, because kitchen is private. So that's our class member, and you cannot use this one. You can only use a private. So how about you can only use a public? So how about if I put a protected, for example, protected. Okay, so now I put a protected, and I'm trying to access this class account here in here. As again, I cannot use it because this protected. If you have a protected, then it means that you can only use within the same class. Okay, so now if you try this one, you cannot go anywhere. But if you put it, say for example, public, you have solved all the problems. All the problems gone away. How about, as I said here, we go for example default here. We go here default, and if you don't put anything, as I said, if you put this one, you guys going to get again problem. Why? Because now this method have a package level, so it means this only classes within this here. Say for example, if you have another class, can access this one. No other here you cannot access it to another package, because this package is totally different to com.cryo, because this package is other dot another. So if you observe here on top, this package is other dot another, and the class is account. That's what we are importing on top. So if you look in here, import other dot another dot account into the package com.cryo. So if you guys gonna do vice versa, import this one from this one, then when you guys importing the package, then the Java is gonna first of all look at the public access modifiers. So because access modifier plays a very important role, it's just like a lock. It just like tells you the status of the, say for example, building our class, whether one package can access another package. When we come to when we guys going to get advanced, then we're going to go in the modules. But at the moment, I don't want to confuse you with the models. I just want to concentrate you guys to concentrate on the packages, how we're going to access the packages. All right, so now, as I said here, you guys needs to change this one. Say for example here, you guys gonna go here, then you guys gonna put a public, and once you put a public with your class member, our methods, you guys can instantiate this class with no problem, or you guys can use any of this here the class members with ease. So if you guys run, because we put everything's public, and you guys gonna see here, Java's gonna be happy, everybody's gonna be happy. Hi greeting from the account kitchen, hi greeting from the lobby account package is another. Okay, so now here, that's our access levels. This video is about access levels and access modifiers in the class and class members. Say for example, now we know that the public, you can access from any package from anywhere in your program, and the private, you can have access from the same class, and protected is you can access from the same package, our descendants here, just like a descendants. But if you don't put anything in front of the class or class member, if you don't put anything in front of class, our here is, as in our case, our method, our class member, then you guys have a package level access. So that's it about the access modifiers in Java. I hope you guys now understood the idea of the access modifiers in Java and how we use it in our packages. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe CryoWood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in another video, and bye.